instead of putting in all the effort into creating such a beautiful event, they just decided, how about we give everybody like an Amazon Prime gift card for $20? You know what that would feel like to a guy that's making $300,000 a year to get $20? Unbelievably terrible.
Yeah.
But you know what this is? I realize food is something that isn't connected with a price tag. It's an experience. And it's an experience the CEO of a company can share right there with his employees. Not a $20 gift card.
But let's start with in-house events. You know, we know how important it is. Corporate culture, employee satisfaction. You have to keep your staff engaged. Give me some tips on that and how SOHO Platters factors into that equation.
So I'm actually a very big believer that food is the best form of showing one's appreciation to one's employees without it being connected to a price tag. And I want to explain that.
Sure.
You see, it was, I think, 4th of July weekend, I attended this barbecue taking place in New Jersey for a company that made a barbecue for 1,500 employees. Okay, a phenomenal event. And there I was, and I was very, very inspired by it. You know, looking at the tables, and I noticed we have CEOs, managers, directors, marketers, people ranging from $10 to $100 million a year. In personal profit and revenue, and people making 100,000, people making just above minimum wage, and they're all sitting around the barbecue. You know, there's multiple tables outside, set up nicely in that car park and in that canteen, and they're all enjoying this beautiful, beautiful event together in unity. And it hit me something very inspirational, that there was no difference between the CEO of a company and the regular person working on minimum wage. And to me, that was something very, very, very inspirational.
And they're all comfortable with each other.
Unbelievably. And then I thought about it. Imagine if we didn't give food and we transformed it into, let's just say, money. Okay, and you got a guy making $300,000 a year, okay? And instead of I put it this way, I figured it out, okay? That if they have 1,500 employees, okay, and it averages out at, let's say, $15 to $20 a head. Okay, we're looking at roughly $20,000 to $25,000 spent on that 1.5 to 2 hour barbecue. Now, imagine if they transformed it. Instead of putting in all the effort into creating such a beautiful event, they just decided, how about we give everybody like an Amazon Prime gift card for $20? You know what that would feel like to a guy that's making $300,000 a year to get $20? Unbelievably terrible.
Yeah.
But you know what this is? I realize food is something that isn't connected with a price tag. It's an experience. And it's an experience the CEO of a company can share right there with his employees. Not a $20 gift card.
You know, it's so true. It's so true. I mean, David, you explained it so well. But the fact of the matter is that here you even explained that it's the experience. It's the experience. And of course, when it's over food, and let's face it, I mean, again, business people going out for dinner is the oldest thing in the book. But here, when a company, I mean, you had a great example, but now I'm going to apply it back to how we used it at Bottom Line and to the many, I imagine hundreds, if not thousands of clients of SOHO Platters. If I have a meeting with a prospect or a client and I want to wow them, yes, I could order in a tray of some fruit or get some cookies. You know, it's nice. It gets by. But it's not an experience. It's not wow. It's not. What happens is when we order in Soho and you have these soon we have to get to that. I don't know who designed it. You have these fascinating packages that serve both as a protective device, and then once you come in, you stand it up on the table. I'm going to turn to Kuny on that one. Who thought of that? It's genius.
That's all Shimshi's credit. He's a genius.
So I'm supposed to turn to Shimshi. Okay. All right, so Shimshi, who thought of that? It's genius.
So this is what I mentioned before. I was sitting and brainstorming, how can we give that corporate company the kind of image that they're looking for? So we created this kind of box where, like you mentioned, it has a cover, but at the same time becomes a stand. And as you use it, you get the kind of experience that you wouldn't get only from a real catering company bringing in their own props. And this is the big point, right? After the meeting is done, everything goes to the garbage, including those glass bottles, including those holders, which is not, we usually for companies, when they have the props coming in and out, it's a huge hassle.
Right.
You got to take it, you got to pick it up. For here, you get, the same time, you get that kind of image, that corporate image that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, is disposable. Everything goes in the garbage after that. So that was, that
And
was a
including
long...
the box that you have, I was so blown away. And it's like business efficiency. I mean, if I may, I would say you're like the Apple. And in terms of products, everyone knows how the brains that go into the design. That's really what, in my mind, I compare you guys to.
Correct. And we have sat and studied the entire corporate market to understand how to design these packages, what to relate to the customer, how it relates to the customer that they want to impress. And yes, the feedback has been amazing.
So I'm going to turn back to Kuny here. Tell
Can I
us.
just add one
Yeah,
point
sure,
that she didn't
sure.
mention, that's in the depth of everything. It's eco-friendly as well. These boxes are made out of paper. It's eco-friendly.
Really?
We thought about the environment.
It's not just like plastic
no,
or.
there's no
Wow.
plastic.
It
Everything
felt. It
is
was very strong. There wasn't.
Sure.
I want to explain because I know I've experienced it. I'm pretty shocked that you're telling me it's paper because it was strong. It's not like flimsy. It's not like it's not going to. It must be able to hold, I don't know, like 30 pounds or something like that.
And I want to add, these are handmade platters.
we go above and beyond.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.